About 6 months ago, I did a short talk on Putin and Russia. I stand by what I said at that. That talk occurred before Sochi and before the problems in the Ukraine. I said at that time that Russia was a very poor country that depended immensely, immeasurably, on its exports to keep its economy going. One of the export countries is Ukraine. It does about $18 billion worth of gas purchases a year from Russia. That varies, obviously, with the weather. The Ukraine also, on the eastern end, which is the Russian side, also has a huge amount of natural gas underground, about a 26-year supply for Ukraine. And it's beginning to set up wells to extract that gas. So far, they've got wells set up to extract less than 1% of their annual usage from Russia. But the potential is there for them to set up a number of wells and eventually supply their own needs, as well as possibly supply some export. Russia cannot tolerate, absolutely cannot tolerate, this loss of business to Ukraine. This fracking business is going around the world. Other countries are going to begin doing it. And Russia stands to lose its golden goose. So when events happened that allowed Putin to act to seize the Crimea, he jumped on the chance. This gives him a water port without any questions down the road. Ukraine's tendency to want to move toward the European Union rather than stay with Russia and in the Russian realm was also another threat because it put everything at risk. This was too much to bear for Mr. Putin. I suspect because of the gas, he will try to take the eastern Ukraine. And the reason I suspect that is that 1.5 trillion cubic meters of gas is just sitting there. It's just too easy for him to get and would assure huge supplies that he could then sell to the Eastern Europeans and the Western Europeans. Also, this gas is conveniently on the door of Europe, so it doesn't involve the long-distance piping that some of his supplies require. A lot of people today, a lot of people on television are saying that Putin is a bad guy and an evil man and all this. I think really he's a man that feels passionately about his country and feels that it has a place to play in the world, which of course it does. But unfortunately, the power of Russia does not match the size of Russia. During the 1800s, Britain, a small country by comparison, was a powerhouse in the world. Russia, a large country, not so much. And this really crushes Putin, who wants to see his country great again, though the definition of greatness could be well argued. I just thought I'd put this all on the table because I don't hear anyone talking about the gas and the important role it plays in the economy and the important role it plays in Putin's decision-making. Thank you. So this is sort of a note to Mr. Obama, President Obama. If you want to stop Russia from annexing the rest of that country, figure out what 1.5 trillion cubic feet of gas is worth to Russia and penalize them twice that much. That might stop them. Short of that, any place there's gas, he's going to go. He's going to expand. Think about that.